Hello, everyone. Today I'm taking a quick look at Marathon. Now, I've been a long time fan of Bungie. I definitely wasn't a huge fan of the Marathon games, but definitely Halo and Destiny, as fun as it was, never really captured me. So I was really interested to see where they took their focus next. And so they're kind of reviving their old IP, obviously. So there's a lot of kind of built-in lore and flavor that's already done for them, and they can just focus on making a multiplayer looter shooter. Now, how does the game feel? Well, first of all, I mean, the first thing I have to praise about the game is the aesthetic is absolutely phenomenal. The kind of different interfaces, this kind of high saturated cross colors where you have very bright yellows and blues. It does feel very weird and pretty alien and futuristic. And just aesthetically, it's just a very interestingly constructed interfaces, UIs, menus. It's just really cool. Aside from that, though, you are pretty much just playing Destiny again, but now it's just you have a lot more health and there's a lot more kind of on the line in terms of the loot you get and the rewards you kind of accumulate. The lore kind of follows that the Tau Ceti colony has been abandoned and you're sent there as a runner or a merc or something, and your job is to essentially go there and loot a bunch of stuff in the event or hopes that you get something. I found it a little bit frustrating the way the menus were set up, because if you pick up too much stuff and your inventory gets full, then you have to start doing inventory management, and of course there's no way to actually pause the game, so that's honestly a very frustrating thing. The guns themselves all feel pretty good to fire, even the default ones you start with. Of course, you do get upgrades, you do get other pieces of armor, and a lot of kind of scrap materials that you can use to upgrade health or shields that are also very useful. Again, I think inventory management is maybe the major antagonist in this game. Also, it seems to set you with a squad of 3 or 4 against a bunch of PvP enemies, which is very fun. It's just that my one complaint, I would say, at least starting this or playing this on the weekend slam, the very first beta test, is that I just find the time to kill is really, really small for the player. For the enemies, it feels like they have normal health in a Halo or Destiny game, but your health just feels so minuscule. Like, you will just die really, really quickly. And I played a few different classes and found the same kind of thing. Unless you're using the shield guy, you just get absolutely destroyed. And the overall flow of the game is, it's okay. In terms of presentation, again, I praise the game aesthetically, but once you kind of get over that first hump, there's nothing truly, I don't know, beautiful or engaging about the world. It's very rainy, rocky, along with the human-made structures that are hyper colorized and kind of modularly fit together. There's nothing really keeping the player or me there. It's kind of slightly interesting, and there's at least one main map, but I never felt this need or rush to get back into the combat because I was upgrading my character. And that's kind of the main flaw with the looter shooter, is that you kind of lose all your progress if you lose all of your gear. You do keep some stuff, obviously, and you do accumulate points, but there's no real itch that it's scratching that says, oh, I have to go back out there and get, this one rare piece of loot that is totally going to change the game for me or something. There's no, and for these kind of very large long-term games that they want to be monolith games, it's really important to have that kind of almost overcompensation at the beginning, where it just throws loot at you and loot boxes, something like an Overwatch or a gacha system. But here it felt very much like, oh, here's more of a gameplay focused experience, which again is fine, but I just expected that plus, the loot and the goodies that a lot of games now are trying to capitalize on. And marks are supported, but again, in this day and age, cooperation multiplayer games isn't super, super huge. For the bit I played of it, it was good, it was fine, but again, nothing mind-blowing. I just felt like, oh, I'm kind of playing Destiny again, but it's slightly different. So Yeah, and there's not really any characters. You do have these faction AIs that, as you do their achievements and goals and kind of bounties, they unlock more dialogue and more communication about the story, what's going on. But overall, I kind of felt it was just a very okay experience, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. It's hard to review these multiplayer focused games because they change, they evolve, they have different seasons, and I feel from where this starts to where it's going to end, it's going to be very different, just like the Destiny games that Bungie has worked on before. But yeah, just wanted to get my feet on it, and hopefully it improves later. But yeah, that's how I feel about it right now. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.